jacket, I might as well start with dancing. Gathered some stories for tonight, and I invite you to listen to the stories as if each and every character is an aspect of you, as if each and every motif or theme is in some ways a reflection, if it resonates. So we'll have the first story. During a time that was long ago, and that is no more, but that will come again. There was once a fisherman. He was so lonely that his tears had created chasms in his face. And once when he went hunting on the ocean in his kayak, he heard some music, and he saw this huge rock, and from behind the rock he saw the fire emanating its light, and the sound of music was coming from there. So he decides to peek behind the rock, and there he sees the most beautiful sight. So many women dancing, intoxicated, all dressed in white, like the silver moonlight on the full moon. And then he saw the most unusual thing. Very soon all of these women started jumping into their seal skins, and then they transformed into seals and started jumping into the ocean, one after the other. The hunter, out of his loneliness, had a very selfish desire that made him grab one of the seal skins and hide it. So the last woman was searching here and there for her sealskin. I can't find my sealskin. Where is my sealskin? And searching here and there, she comes to peek behind the rock. And there, her eyes are met with a pair of eyes that were so sorrowful, so filled with longing. The tears had created chasms in his face. And she asked him, "Have you seen my sealskin?" He decides to be brave. He goes down on his knees and says, "Woman, be my wife. I am so lonely. I'm so sorry, but I need to return home. This is just a temporary home for me. I need to return home. I belong under the waters. Just be with me, be my wife for 7 years, and then you can decide. I will return your sealskin back to you in 7 years, and you can decide whether you want to stay or go." She feels a lot of compassion in her heart. And reluctantly, she agrees. "Okay, 7 years, and then you will return my sealskin back to me." He says, "Okay." They agreed, and they live happily. And soon they have a little boy. They call him Uruk. Uruk lived a magical life. He used to listen to the stories about the other world that lived under the jellyfish, the seahorse. Look at the corals. Magic. But soon, this magic was replaced with stormy waves in his heart. Every time he heard his parents fight, His mother, her skin is drying up, her hair is drying up, and she's becoming so weak. At midnight, he hears, "You told me you will give me my sealskin back. I want my sealskin back. It's been more than 7 years. Enough is enough." Why? So that you leave both of us alone and go away? No, woman, I'm not going to do that. And then he used to cry himself to sleep. And then this went on and on. And then one of the nights he was having these dreams, these really disturbing dreams. And then all of a sudden, he starts hearing, "Uruk, Uruk." He suddenly wakes up. He's like, "Oh, it was just a dream." And just as he thinks that, again he hears, "Uruk." The voice was coming from far away, and he felt compelled to follow the voice. And he starts walking outside the door. And then his walk gets faster and faster and faster and faster. He runs, and all of a sudden he realizes that he is running towards the ocean. There, right when he's about to reach the shore, he tumbles upon something. He doesn't know what a sealskin looks like, but his intuition, his gut says that this is what Mama is looking for. And right when he raises his face up, his eyes meet these very ancient and wise-looking eyes. His heart wants to leap out and go and hug this old-looking seal that he sees in front of him. But he just gets so scared. He just turns around and he starts running home. His heart is beating so fast. He just starts running and running and running. All he knows that he has to give the sealskin back to his mom. And then all these thoughts start running in his mind. Will Mama leave me? Will Mama leave me and go away? What if Papa is very mad at me? What if... Nothing matters. Nothing matters. He could not give the skin to his mom. He could not give it to her. So he runs into the house and throws her door open and runs to his mama. Mama, look what I found. Mama, is this what you were looking for? But Mama, if I give this to you, will you leave us and go away? Will you leave us? Mama, please don't leave me. Mama, please don't leave me. And she is just so relieved and exhilarated and overjoyed to see the sealskin, but at the same time, she just grabs him so tightly and kisses him all over, and she just can't imagine leaving him behind. But she must. She must. She has been waiting for home for so long. She must. So she finally releases him and she starts running towards the door, and she just can't do it. So she comes running back. She scoops him up in her arms, and then she steps out of the door towards her freedom, towards her joy, towards her creative life, towards her soul life, towards the sacred waters. Just finally turning around to look at this home that she built on the land. There is no doubt. No, there is no doubt. I must go. She just runs and runs and runs towards the ocean with such joy, with such exhilaration. With her broken heart, she runs. With her dreams, she runs. With her yearning, hungry soul that has overstayed too far, too long, she runs. And there, finally, when she arrives at the shore, she meets her father. He says, "But my child, he cannot come down with us. He's not one of us. He's from the land." She grabs him tightly again in her arms, and she just can't seem to leave him behind. Not right now. She just can't do it. So what she does is takes a deep breath, asks him to open his mouth, and goes, and together, three of them go and journeying down, down. Uruk sees his stories come to life. The jellyfish, the seahorse. He goes and enjoys playing with his cousins and meeting all his family. So much so that 7 days and 7 nights pass and they don't even realize. And then it's time for him to come back up and about. It was very hard to pull him away from his cousins. Finally, they start traveling up to the above, and he starts crying so much at the shore. "Mama, why do I need to leave? I don't want to leave. Mama, please don't make me go away." Your father needs you. And I will always be with you in spirit, be with both of you. Touch everything that I have touched in the kitchen. And remember the stories. Never forget the stories. Remember the stories. Remember the stories. After years, this village often gathers in the center when this young boy comes with his drums, and he drums and he shares stories. He says stories that will bring people back to who they are. He shares stories that will guide people back to their own soul. He shares stories that will unlock their creative magic. And people say that every now and then, this boy is seen at the shore somewhere talking to a seal. And even though she's a seal, somehow it seems that she has human-like eyes. Eyes that are filled with wisdom. Eyes that are very ancient. And eyes that are filled with love. Sit with the story in silence for a few seconds and feel which part of the story touched you or affected you the most. See if you can see every character in the story as an aspect of you. The one that wants to be so practical that it is willing to go against your own truth, and then the other one that is always yearning for and longing for your truth to get closer to your soul and to live your purpose.